Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sharday. I create content on beauty, self-care, lifestyle, just all things like womanly. Just growing with me on this channel. I just so happen to be a registered nurse as well. Sometimes I share little tidbits with you guys about my nursing career and my nursing experience. I am going to be talking about my experience with getting another nursing degree. I just completed my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing degree. I started my bachelor's program when I was midway through my ADN program. At the time, I was super excited. If you do like this video though, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and hit subscribe if you are a girl's girl who loves to hear about nursing, career advice, all of those good things. So let's get into the videos. Why did I decide to pursue a bachelor's in science in nursing? Even though if you crunch the numbers, it's really not a huge difference in pay, which is unfortunate because I did spend extra of thousands of dollars into my degree. Also a lot of time, a lot of sacrifices into it. So why did I decide to do it, right? Well, I decided to do it because I was thinking more so of my future self, not more so of the immediate payout that it was going to provide to me right after I graduated. If I decided to pursue nurse practitioner, if I decided to pursue leadership, if I decided to pursue aesthetics, whatever the case may be, I felt that a bachelor's degree was going to not only look better on paper, but also set me up to make a pivotal decision in my nursing career if I so chose to do so. I definitely didn't know exactly what I was prepared for. My bachelor's classes were 5-week-long classes, so I would do one class 5 weeks and then do the next and then do the next and then do the next. At the time I was going into block 3, and if you guys know, block 3 was the hardest block for me in nursing school. The most depressed, I was the most overwhelmed, the most overworked, just overall burnt out, right? Starting with this bachelor's program in that season in my life was very, very difficult, and also trying to figure out how to work, squeeze in time to study, squeeze in time to write papers, how to make my money to pay my bills. It was just overall a lot. Let's fast forward toward graduating with my ADN. I felt so accomplished, like the most accomplished I've ever felt in life. And then I felt like, okay, I felt like things were going to click into place. I was going to start my job, this and that and the third, right? Things didn't necessarily go the way that I had truly anticipated or had envisioned in my mind. It wasn't the content that was hard per se. It was the fact that it just never ended. Coming off of that, starting a new career, right? And working a job, starting a new career, and still having to write so many papers every single week just really weighed down on me. Even though I still had that go-getter spirit, like up until the very last moment, I was really like getting super, super tired. Well, fast forward to the very end when I did my capstone, that's when I really started to just totally deplete as a person, my personality, like the way that I felt. I was just literally so tired, you guys. And I barely had any juice left to finish. Let me just tell you a little bit of how the classes differ from the ADN or whatever. So when you're doing your ADN, it's much more technical, it's much more hands-on, it's more how to keep the patient safe, you know, the ins and outs of what a diagnosis is, the nursing interventions that follow that, more so the core of nursing. When you go into the BSN side of things, it has a lot to do with leadership, statistics, research, healthcare disparities. That was totally helpful to me. I don't necessarily feel like, it's not one of those things where you feel like, oh my gosh, I learned so much, but it kind of changes you little by little and changes the way that you practice nursing in a not so obvious way, I guess. So it's really hard to pinpoint what parts of my education really changed my practice, because everything has been such a learning curve my first year as a registered nurse. So I think everything ties together to make you a better nurse. So I will say that I'm really appreciative of being able to have this opportunity to further my education, and then also being able to decide to go to my master's if I so choose next year or the year following. As far as my quality of life, my quality of life has definitely gone down. It's not to say that I just didn't have the will or I was lazy or whatever. I think I was just stretched entirely too thin. I didn't have that extra oomph to maintain my discipline and my consistency in other areas of my life. Health and diet, working out routine, my self-care was really cut short. I mean, even though obviously I'm a products girly, like I love Sephora, Ulta, I'm all for the self-care things. So I was trying my best to provide the setup at home to provide a better self-care environment. But I was just falling short each time. It's like back to back to back. It was like, if it wasn't a 12-hour shift, I had to come home to write a post and to respond to somebody. And then I had to go back to another 12-hour shift. Then I had to come home to chart on something. And then I had to do a module for work. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because I was also in a new grad residency program. So that was almost like a separate nursing school in itself, to where I had multiple modules. I had to respond to things. I had to show comprehension to things. And then on top of that, I had to go and be a preceptee and learn how to be a nurse at the same time, on top of typing multiple papers a week. So then when I got to the end, which was about mid-October, when I had to do my capstone, which was like a 10-week thing where we had to do 10 hours of clinical on top of writing on one topic multiple times a week, that just kind of became like the straw that broke the camel's back, if you get what I'm saying. Totally depleted, not feeling well, just kind of like really disappointed in myself, the way, even though it was for a good cause, like don't get me wrong, my education, I knew I had to prioritize it because that was what was in front of me, and sometimes you do have to take care of what's currently in front of you. But I do felt like I had sacrificed so many other things that were so important to me, including my consistency on my YouTube channel, my consistency with my health, my consistency with my self-care, which in turn had my mental health suffering. You get what I'm saying? So it was a lot of sacrifices that went into it, and that's not to say to discourage you, because obviously I'm on the other side of things. Like now I can, you know, plan. I have time to be creative. I have time to go to the gym. And I have that degree to my name. But at the same time, you know, that an entire year of just falling behind on stuff that you've worked so hard to build. It really hurt. It really, really hurt, you guys, because it took me years of building myself, building my confidence, building the way that I felt about myself, having a healthy lifestyle. Like those are all things that are so important to me. So for all of that, and my YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? Like for all of that to fall through the cracks, it really just kind of like broke my heart in a way. So when I finally did finish with my bachelor's, it didn't feel like, I was relieved, but it didn't feel like this huge accomplishment for many reasons. For one, like the ones I just told you, that I sacrificed a lot of the things that I cared about. Number two, I mean, I'll probably get like $1 or $2 more for 2 years extra of education. So it's like I'm not even gonna see it in my money. And then number three, you know, just like being like, okay, now what? Now what's next? You know, because I want to keep going, because I know if I get a little bit of taste of that break, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about continuing and going back to school for a master's for another 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'm conflicted between continuing because I'm already deep in it, and giving myself a break to heal, to restore, and to like work on other things that are important to me. So I don't know, you guys. Like I'm super happy, don't get me wrong. I'm super happy about the experience. I'm happy about the opportunity. I finished. I mean, I'm more in debt than I was, but it's like you have to invest in the things that you really want in life. And I got a pretty good deal, a pretty good bargain for my education, so I'm not even really tripping off of that. But it's just the fact that it's like, okay, now what? You know what I mean? Like I don't have tunnel vision when it comes to my nursing career anymore. If you made it this long, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you guys for rocking with me, for being patient with me. I know that you guys love nursing content, but like I said, I'm more than nursing. So if I would really appreciate if you support my other content. Give me a big thumbs up. I really missed you guys, like seriously. If you have any other video recommendations, let me know down below. What do you guys want to see in the community tab? Like, how do you guys want me to engage with you? Because I'm always super sharing. I never gatekeep anything, whether it be for my career, whether it be beauty, whether it be tips, whatever the case may be. You guys know, like, people give me like a full-blown, hey, I'm in nursing school, this is what's going on, I'm full-time this and this, what do I do? And I will sit there and give you a full thought out response. I don't care if it's a paragraph, 2 paragraphs long. So I love you guys. It's gonna be a great start of the year. I'm planning, you know, back in the lab trying to cook up these videos. So let me know what you want. I love you guys. Happy New Year. I hope to see you guys soon. I'll see you in the next video.
Sunlight that always stays, dinner by the waterway. It's that sweet life. Raise your cross. Made some dude crack a smile. He asked if I could stay a while.